The last 2 weeks I have been moving around, moving about. I am back in the office, locked in and focused. I had a very long back testing session this morning with myself. Just going on, really, it was really over the last 2 weeks price action because I was watching the trades and monitoring it and not actually trading, honestly. The week before both of those weeks, I told y'all that I was not doing the best. It was really break even. And last week it was really on me. So, it was my birthday, it was my son's birthday, it was our niece and my sister-in-law's birthday. So I really just took the time to focus on family. Still carried around the laptop everywhere I went, still checked on price action every single day on my phone. I just didn't get into as full details as I needed to get into it. So I really had a moment this morning where I really locked in, and I just told myself, you have to stopping. I get so frustrated, I get so overwhelmed. At times I stop. It even started to bleed into my YouTube, and that's what really made me have the conversation, because I was like, you was off these last couple of days. You really should have did something. But if I could be quite honest, I was focusing on me. Like I said, I was focused on me. I was focusing on family. I was back home, so I was getting everything together. That's it. That's all, man. It's really no excuse. Like I said, I hate stopping, because you lose your momentum when you stop. There's no reason to stop. You just need to keep going. If you are running, that moment where you decide, I'm going to just walk this little bit, you should have just ran straight through it. Because as soon as you slow your pace down, your heart slows down, your heart rate slows down, your blood slows down just a little bit pumping. And it's like, if you would have just kept that momentum, you would have been fine. But the fact that you stop, it's going to take you more starting power to start your engine, your personal body engine back up to carry on with that run. And it just goes the same for everything in life. Like, I wasn't trading, granted, I was looking at price. I was still marking up the charts, but I wasn't physically getting into trades. Like, that's no good for me. I don't care if I was hesitant because I was being break even. Like, it's not even I told y'all. I told myself that I didn't want to continue that spin around, that spiral. I don't want to do that. And it's like, I still have my account. It is what it is. I'm sitting at what, 15 right now. So essentially, I done lost 500. I really been playing back and forth, been at 2,000. Well, I started with 2,000, took it to 250, then lost that 500, then was back at 2,000. Then I was down to 15, then I made back to 2,000, and then it's literally been a back and forth cycle of between 15 and 25, and it's just so annoying. And it's like, I get so flustered and frustrated when I feel like I'm doing all I can, but deep down inside I know I'm not. And that's the part that irritates me, because if I know I'm not, like I tell you all the time, if you know better, you do better. So it's essentially, how bad do I really want it? This is not even a message for y'all. Like, I mean, it's for y'all, but it's not even about y'all. Like, this one is wholeheartedly towards me, because I know what I'm trying to make the year 2026 be. I know what I'm trying to make my year of being 32. I know what I'm trying to do with it. I know that I don't want to slack off in any area. And to be so overwhelmed with emotions, to be so... life is always gonna life. I tell y'all that all the time. So I can't even give the life being life excuse, because it is what it is. You either gonna make a way or you're gonna make excuses. You either gonna make a way or you're gonna make excuses. Which one do you choose? I would rather choose make a way every single time, because that making excuses is just gonna keep you in a loop, keep you in a loop, keep you in a loop. It's no reason. I got up, what time was it? It was 4:50 this morning, and I just went back. I really only had to do this week that just passed and the week before that, but I literally did all of March just to get a whole refresher, because that beginning part of March, I don't know what was up with that. That's when I got down to the 15. That was frustrating, and I even made some videos about me trading, the wins I was taking, the losses I was taking, and I Y'all know I'm not the best with the editing. So I'm trying to figure out how I could put it together and put it out there for y'all, because it's like, that's still this kind of stuff that y'all need to see. Y'all need to see the trades that I was winning, how I was acting. Y'all need to see the trades that I was losing while I was losing them. You know, it just, whenever I do stuff like that, it reminds me of the time where I first started trading Forex, and it was like I would make the video and then watch myself. You know, I have matured a lot. If I ever get the galls to show y'all a video of myself whenever I first started trading Forex, to like one of the videos that I just made, that, you know, around these last couple weeks or months or whatever, it is such a different person. And I'm so glad, I'm so blessed, I'm so grateful that I have grown and matured and continue to elevate. And that's why I say, like, that is the one thing about trading. Like, you will continue to elevate as long as you put in your best foot forward. Now, the more stern you are with that best foot forward, that's when you take your gigantic leaps. And whenever you have the time for it, that's when you take your gigantic leaps. But you still have to get in the mix. You still have to get in the mud. You still have to play in and get down and get dirty and do what you have to do whenever it comes to this, because it's a never-ending battle. So, you know, like I said, you know, it was a lot of improvements from one video to the other one. The first video, I would say that was a complete child tripping, a complete child. And now it's like the trade that got me down to 15. I was just like, bruh, whatever, because I was sitting at 18 for a minute. I was going back and forth between 17 and 18, and it was like that. Them last couple of days, I was like, well, here we are at 15. I was like, it is what it is. You know, I still follow my plan. I still follow my setup. You know, I told y'all about the couple of times where I broke my rules and I closed my trades. One of them it took me out, and I was mad, because anytime you break your rules and you take a loss, that's your fault 100%. And the other one was whenever I told y'all I got in that trade, and I knew I shouldn't have been in that trade, and I ended up closing it. And I'm glad I closed it, because it would have drugged me out, and I probably would have tried to force that trade to do something that it couldn't have even done, like on its best day. So it is what it is. You know, like I said, I know y'all need to see that kind of stuff, the ebb and flows of life. But yeah, that's really all I got, man. I know I'm saying a lot of and I'm looking at the charts as I'm talking to y'all. You know, like I said, I just got done really finishing my journal for last week, and just, you know, I mean, the charts was already cleaned up, but we got home at like 5:20, 5:30. So I just wanted to sit and watch the open, because, you know, I usually do that. I usually have my laptop and I'm around the house somewhere, and I just watch the open, mark up the open, and then just watch it. So I'm so involved with trading. I love trading, you know, not making trading no kind of idol, because, you know, we don't put no idols before God. We don't have idols. All we have, please, don't y'all even get me started on that, please. But anyways, I just love the fact that this is something that really can truly be my end all be all, and all I have to do is continue and sharpening my skill set. And I say skill set, but it's not even my skill set, it's my mind. Like, if you show up on time and you're 100% focused and you putting in the background work, everything flows. And it's like, of course, like I said, you're going to have your tidal waves. You're going to have your days of quicksand. You're going to have days where you just feel like the rug is just getting ripped right from up under your feet. But I don't know what to tell y'all. Like, I keep telling y'all the same thing. All I can tell you to do is keep showing up. And, you know, these kind of conversations, I know is so hard to hear to some people whenever it is coming from somebody that is not all the way up there or doing all the astronomical things. Like, you know, I talk to y'all about smaller family members and my cousins and people and stuff that actually take an interest in trading. And, you know, I tell them what I do, and, you know, it is what it is, but I'll show them, like, hey, this person has been trading for years and look how they are. You know, it's like, I'll give them examples of people that have really made it. But it's like, I just pray and hope to God that one day y'all can really thoroughly take the advice that I give y'all on this channel. And who cares if it's years down the line for y'all to really pick up on it, and, you know, it's finally popping like it's supposed to, then so be it. If not, then it is what it is. You know, like I said, I definitely have to do much better on my YouTube consistency. I have went from from the very beginning, making 2 videos, then to making 2 videos a day, then to making 1 video a day, and then I just started tripping, bro. I can't even, cause you know it's not hard, but it's harder than you think whenever you don't make time for it. So I take all fault in that and all accountability in that. So like I said, man, that's really all I got for y'all. I just I knew I was tweaking and I needed to make a video because I was about to start getting to the point where it's like, man, I don't even, and I can't get like that. We got too much stuff to do, too much stuff coming for me to get like that. This is the year of 26, all licks, bro. What are we talking about? So, yeah, man. That's really all I got for y'all. Troop, shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for keeping the kid going. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me. I am going to do, if I don't do better for nobody, I'm going to do better for y'all. Because I tell y'all, I hate when my favorite YouTuber does not drop the videos when he's supposed to drop the videos. So I can only imagine, you know, I'm not toot my own horn. I'm not saying I'm your favorite YouTuber, but it's like to have somebody that is supposed to drop constantly, continuously, and at least to get some little bit of motivation, whether it's 8 minutes, whether it's 10 minutes, whether it's 15, 20 minutes, whether it's 4 minutes, to get that little tidbit of, you know, just hearing the person that you like to hear, that might mean a lot to somebody. So who am I to get in the way of that? So that's all I got. Like I said, more blessings, less stressings, all licks, 26. It's your girl, TP Tab. I'm out.